Who is crazy? Every single person in this world has ideas that he believes are true. And anything that strays too far outside of that corral, the fence of his ideas, is crazy. And so we all end up believing that I know what I'm doing, I'm sane, but they are crazy. Now that might be true, but it might not. It might be that you are crazy and they aren't, or you're both crazy. And I think we can make a reasonable um, judgment that we're all crazy. And the reason I say this is if you start with your core belief is that we live in a world that's has a flaming fire around a globe of dirt, and it's barreling through the universe, through space, at a high rate of speed, and it's rotating as it's barreling, and it looks flat to us, but it's actually a big round ball, and we're all pulled to the center of it. That's crazy to believe that. That can't possibly be true. The truth is quite the opposite. We have mind, and we have the physical world, the solid mind, the solid world. Either the solid world created mind, or mind created the solid world. So this thing that's barreling through the universe, what created that? What created this Earth barreling through the universe with a fire inside of it, and us on top, going to the doctors, going to church, going to work? That cannot be true. The truth is that, as really all religions say, that the world is a mental construct. Mind creates the physical world. We think, and when we think, we project thoughts, beliefs, imaginations, and those beliefs and imaginations become outwardly focused, and they become the physical world. So the physical world isn't really real. It's a product of our thoughts, and that's the only thing that can be, because the opposite, we just happen to be a physical ball with fire inside of it, and rolling flame through the universe, and that's the truth. That can't be the truth. There's all kinds of issues with that one. But mind creates the physical world. There's no problems with that, because we see it in dreams. Dreams tell us the truth. We see the truth in our dreams, and this is a dream. The physical world is a dream. I could be talking to you just like I am now while you're dreaming, and you'd be perfectly okay with it, because you know what dreams are. They're mental constructs. So the first thing is to realize that everything is a mental construct. There's no permanent structures. There's nothing here that was always here. Everything is a mental construct coming from mind. My mind, your mind, the whole collective mind, the mind of God, the mind, just whatever we call mind. And so, because of this, we there's no there is no everything is myth. There's no permanent structure. Everything is myth. Everything comes from our mind. If it comes from our mind, it could be a book an author writes. It could be our imagined beliefs. It could be me thinking about somebody else that isn't, that just imagining something about them. Or it could be this physical world here. Everything is mind. Everything is a creation of mind. And if you realize that, then you are a creation of mind, losing my thoughts a little bit here. I tend to do that because I'm not prepared. I don't prepare these speeches. I just talk. I think that's the best way to do it. Even if I look like a fool, I think it's still good to let things come as they do. So, mythology. If you believe in myths, then you're crazy. But everything is myth because everything comes from our mind. Our mind creates myths, and our mind creates the physical world. So what's the difference between the physical world and myth? Nothing. And this is truth. So truth is that mind creates the physical world. There are no permanent structures, and what we see and what we experience is of our own mind, of our own nature, of our own thought process. So that's not crazy. So what isn't crazy is that we create our own reality with our mind, and we understand that, and everything is myth. And you know that myths, if you believe in myths, you're crazy. I mean, like, say Adam and Eve, for example. Well, that seems to be myth, but it may have it may be the author trying to bring of that myth, which even be true. It doesn't matter, but trying to bring deeper understanding that he uses to create the myth, like the chicken that laid the golden egg. Is myth, but has a good it has a good truth underlying it that you shouldn't be greedy. So, who's crazy is the person who doesn't realize that he's asleep, as the Christian religion says, asleep and awake. We are asleep who don't realize that we're living a myth and believing it's true. Those who are awake are believing nothing, yet knowing that nothing is good. This world is good. It's a world that's everything that surrounds us is a world that we live in. It's our clothing. We're clothed by the world. Clothing aren't what do you call it? Evil. Clothing isn't crazy. Clothing is clothing. It's you're expressing yourself. Your mind is expressing yourself through a physical body, through physical clothing you put on top of it, and through the physical world that you've created through your own beliefs and thoughts with your fellow man. And this is something to celebrate. So who's crazy and who's not crazy? Something to think about. Thank you.